Hey everyone, today we are going to be making Freddy Krueger, specifically the version that appears in Dead by Daylight. As always, the assets for this particular CAW will be included in the Discord channel, which will be linked to in the description of this video. Also, if you decide to upload this particular CAW anywhere, please give your boy some credit. So for example, if you decide to upload this to YouTube somewhere, please include a link to this YouTube channel. If you decide to upload this to community creations, include a hashtag, like hashtag kayfabe games, for example. Anyway, let's get right to it. Let's get down to business. Freddy Krueger, I made him 5'8" and 180 pounds, accurate to his lore. Next is the face. These are the specific facial deformations that I used. Notice that I didn't make everything symmetrical because he's a burn victim, and people usually aren't burned in a way that's flattering to their faces. So here are the facial deformations that I used. Following the facial deformations, we're going to go to the body. Body's fairly straightforward. So here's the body customization that I used. Type 2, Type 1, I left the slider in the middle and did nothing with respect to the body adjustments. With respect to the skin color, the colors that I used were 118, 98, and 74. Now we can get to the attire. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. So with respect to his face, I took some artistic liberties. Specifically, I made his eye color a light gray because I thought it looked creepier than a dark brown color. But you be the judge of that. Again, this was just an artistic liberty. He might even look better with two different colored eyes. I think the most recent version of Freddy Krueger, I think the 2010 movie, his eyes were two different colors because one of them was burned. And then, of course, you're not going to include any eyelashes on Freddy Krueger as well. Following that, you're going to do some face tattoos. So this specific face tattoo is his lower neck. So you can see for yourself. See, it's just covering up his lower neck. Following that, you're going to do the side of his face. What's really important here is not that this tattoo goes all the way to the top of his head. That doesn't matter because the top of his head is going to be covered with his hat. What really matters here is that you get those ears to line up. So, you see how those ears are lining up? That's what you really care about here. And then, of course, you're going to do the same thing to the other side of the face. And then following doing the sides of his face, you're going to do the front of his face. Now for me, you're going to notice that the face here, it didn't line up perfectly. The eyes are slightly off. What you can do there, if you care to fix it, is you can get like a specific black oval and just place the black oval over where these eyes are. So his eyes will just look a little bit darker there, but then you're not going to see like his eyes on top of his eyes. And then following that, you're going to do the back of his head. And then for all of these designs, the emboss, you're going to make 40. 40 is the magic number for all of the embossed designs. And that's all there is to the face. Next, we're going to go to the clothing. We're going to skip to the lower body first because it's pretty quick. A lot easier than the upper body. So these are the pants that I used, and I just made them black. I did nothing to the material. I just made them black. Following that, you're going to do the shoes. These are literally the first shoes that you see in the game. And then, again, I did nothing to the material, but here are the colors that I used. They're just a dark brown. And then following the lower body, we're going to do the head. Again, I just gave him this Bray Wyatt cap and I made it black. Fairly straightforward. Finally, here is the most intensive part. We're going to do the upper body. The upper body, let's start with the hands. These are the gloves that I use. Did nothing to the material, and here are the colors that I use. 000 and 232323. Don't think it matters there. Following that, this is the specific design that I used over the hand. Fortunately, 2K19 is like glitched here, so it's not going to like zoom in on the hand. It's not going to really show me what I did here. Maybe if I move to the next design. So here's a design that I put under one of the other images, and it's to cover up the thumb specifically, so this specific design covers up the entire hand. And then of course there's this part. So just kind of lining up the hand there. And then of course you're going to use the exact same design on the other hand. And then following that, you're going to include these claws on his fingers. So here are the claws. I left the material default, and here are the specific colors that I used: 117, 99, and 78. That's all there is to the hands. Next is the top. Unfortunately, when it comes to 2K19 and 2K20, the closest thing you have to a Freddy Krueger-like shirt is this turtleneck. There is no long sleeve shirt that is tight fitting like this that also doesn't have a turtleneck, unfortunately. But here are the colors that I used. Now these designs are a little bit complex. So what you see here, these little square rectangles, some of the black stripes on Freddy Krueger's shirt aren't going to connect to one another, so you're going to have to include some black stripes here that you're going to put on the bottom to actually make it look like they connect. So that's what these black stripes here are. It might be a little bit convoluted if I go into them, so unfortunately I don't think I'm going to show much about them. Like, I might not even see what I did here. See, like, I'm moving it right now, but like I can barely see what I did here. You see? That was the side. It was the side of his shirt there. So you're just connecting the stripes, you know, on the sides of his body and his sides of his arms and whatnot. And then, of course, these shirt and back designs, I used this design and I repeated it not only on the front of the shirt, not only on the back of the shirt, but also on the arms. So let me see if I can find one that might be an arm piece. See, I can't even see what I'm looking at. Let me find a different piece. Oh, there you go. It was an arm piece. Okay. You can barely see because it's so dark. So I used this specific piece not only on the front of his arm, but on the inner side of his arm, and I did the same thing for his forearms. I used the design on the outer part of his forearm, and then I repeated the design on the inner part of his forearm. And then of course I did it on the front of his shirt and the back of his shirt. Magic number for the emboss, as always, is 40. And that's all there is to the shirt. But not only is that all there is to the shirt, that is all there is to Freddy Krueger. So let's pose him up now. I definitely can do better, but I don't think it looks too bad. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.